Welcome to PSL Living. I'm Sarah Prohaska, Public Information Officer with the City of Port St. Lucie. This morning, I am welcoming Police Chief John Bolduc to our set to talk about some of the innovative and exciting things that the department is doing to help combat truancy in our community. Thank you, Chief Bolduc. I really appreciate you coming on.
Hi, Sarah.
So, the reason we brought you on today is to kind of discuss some of the new things, or I don't even know, is it new? It may be things that you guys have been doing for a while, but we want to just shed a light on.
Yeah, well, we've kind of stepped up our game.
Mm-hmm.
We're really happy to partner with the St. Lucie County Public Schools and help them address truancy. It came out of a council retreat where the city council, especially the mayor, had asked the school superintendent if there was anything that the city could do to help them with education, and he said, well, we certainly could use some help with truancy and attendance. Obviously, if a child's not in school, he's not learning.
No. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we got together. We created a little task force.
Okay.
And we got together, and first we started off by training the school resource officers on exactly what the laws are when it comes to truancy.
Okay.
And then we went from there. We kind of put together a little action plan on what we could do. And the biggest key part, I think, is the school resource officers are going to be working with each school that they work in, working with their truancy committee and attendance committees to identify the children who are missing school on a regular basis.
Had that not been happening before, that's new?
Yeah, the SROs weren't really involved with the committees.
Okay.
And so they weren't getting the information on who the children were that were, regularly not attending school. Mm-hmm. So once the SRO knows who the child is, they're going to work on finding out what the underlying reason for the missing school is. Okay. And then we have our parks officers who are out in the community during the day, but specifically tuned into what's going on in the parks and with the children around the city. And so they're going to be like the assistants to the SROs. So if a child needs to be visited at home or the parents need a visit to have a little education session on truancy, then those parks officers have been trained in how to go about doing that and staying within the law and staying within school board policies.
Because they would notice if there's a group of kids hanging out in the park when,
exactly
daytime hours, they should be in school. So
I like to try to compare it to, when I was a kid, a long time ago. But I was afraid to skip school, and on the rare occasion that something like that may have happened, we certainly didn't just walk down the street because we knew that the police officers would grab us up and take us back to school. Somewhere along the way, that policy kind of has gone away. So we're bringing that back too. So the road patrol officers are now going to have an opportunity in a method, a process to follow if they discover a child during school hours. And they'll know who to contact and find out where he's supposed to be and how to go about contacting the parents. So it's just a kind of a heightened awareness for the road patrol officers and the parks officers kind of working all together to focus on this issue. Because like you said, kids, and back in your day, you may have found the trails or the out of the way places, but sometimes now they're kind of a little more brazen and they're out there on the in the parks and walking around. So we're gonna make sure that everybody knows they're supposed to be in school during school. It is state law, so. True, and it's also one of the reasons why it was brought up at the retreat. It's because the City Council's strategic plan includes a goal on quality education for all. And, you have to be in school to receive that quality education. So this one way that we can step in and actually make a difference toward that goal. And we are the safest large city in the state of Florida, right? And how many years in a row now? Well, we have the lowest crime rate of any city over 100,000 in 7 years running. We're looking at, I think we're going to do pretty good this year. We have done our preliminary calculations and crime's down a little bit for 2017. So we're excited about that. Yeah, that's good. And it all works together. I mean, this is one element of maintaining that low crime rate is making sure kids are in school where they're supposed to be and not causing We want them to get a quality education and be a tax-paying, productive part of our community after they graduate. Exactly. Okay. So wonderful. So this all started the end of last year when you started the new trainings and the task force.
Yeah, we started back after the last retreat, meeting with the school board, and then we actually implemented everything. Went into after we had figured out exactly how we were going to partner, and everything went into action and after the Christmas break. So we're hoping when we compare the numbers this summer to the first half, from the first half of the school year to the second half, that we've actually identified some children and put a plan in place for them to help them get their attendance up.
Yeah, and it also is educating parents too. I get those home visits because the parents may not be aware that this is happening. So it's educating that side of it too.
There are a few parents out there that don't
realize,
don't put the effort into making sure their kids go to school. Going to help those, and there's all kinds of other issues that really. It's finding out why the child's not in school and then fixing the problem. I know one anecdotal case where the child was having a terrible attendance, and they found out he was living with his elderly grandparents, and he was actually the caregiver.
Oh, jeez.
And he was a middle school age child. So once they got assistance for the grandparents, then he was free to go to school.
Yeah, poor kid. Oh my goodness. So it does make a difference. It might not always be kids just not wanting to go to school.
Exactly.
There could be other reasons and underlying reasons. So this is a really good thing that's happening, taking these extra steps to really get to the root of the problem.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Chief, thank you so much for coming on. We always enjoy having you here.
Thanks for having me, Sarah.
All right. And we'll look forward to those statistics and see how this all plays out.
Should become official about May.
Okay.
Mid-May.
All right. I'm sure it'll come up at the next retreat. All right. Thanks a lot. And we will be right back after these messages.